Daniel Bryan recently surprised the entire WWE Universe and wrestling community as a whole when he announced that he had been cleared to return to in-ring competition by WWE doctors. This has been 2 years in the making, and it looked like Daniel Bryan was never going to wrestle in a WWE ring ever again. WWE.com released the following statement. Following more than 2 years of extensive evaluations, four-time world champion Daniel Bryan has been medically cleared to return to in-ring competition by leading neurosurgeons, neurologists, and concussion experts, including Dr. Robert Cantoon, Dr. Javier Cardenas, and Dr. Jeffrey Kutcher. Bryan underwent full review of his medical history and received comprehensive neurologic and physical evaluations independent of WWE. He was cleared by each doctor as well as WWE's medical director, Dr. Joseph Maroon. After enjoying numerous championship runs, battling in legendary rivalries as both a singles and tag team competitor, and sparking the epic Yes movement, Bryan was forced to make an emotional decision to retire from competition in February 2016. Later that year, he became SmackDown Live general manager, where he continued to be an active part of the Blue brand. Bryan is returning officially this Sunday at WrestleMania, teaming with Shane McMahon to take on Sami, Zayne, and Kevin Owens. While I am sure that this match is going to be great for Daniel Bryan, we are looking forward to seeing what comes next. From MultiMediaMouth.com, I'm Ruben Jay, and here are a few dream match opponents for Daniel Bryan in the modern WWE landscape. Shinsuke Nakamura is a name that comes to mind. Nakamura hasn't necessarily set the SmackDown Live roster on fire since debuting on the Blue brand. However, Nakamura tends to spice things up when he's in the ring with somebody he knows he can put a good match on with. Bryan is a big enough name that Nakamura will probably bring his A-game into the rivalry. These two were the best of their respective generations in their respective countries, and I don't believe, and I'm not really versed in the independent wrestling scene, and I couldn't find any footage or results for this, so I don't believe the two have ever faced off before, but please, in the comments down below, correct me if I am wrong. With Nakamura facing AJ Styles for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania this weekend and possibly winning the title, it would make sense for Bryan to focus on Nakamura as a big-named challenger and go for the WWE Championship, a title he never lost. When I think of names that Daniel Bryan really could have a great match with, Cesaro comes straight to the top of the list. Cesaro is one of WWE's most underused talents on the main roster. WWE has regulated him to the tag team division, and while he's doing a great job, most of us know that he would do amazingly given the proper singles run, and why not start a proper singles run with a feud with Daniel Bryan? I believe these two would actually complement each other extremely well. I think the big man versus Daniel Bryan would be a great dynamic, and I think Daniel Bryan would be the person to be able to put Cesaro over as a proper star. What are your thoughts about Cesaro in the WWE currently, especially being a tag team champion with Sheamus as part of the Bar? Would you like to see Cesaro take on Daniel Bryan in one of Bryan's first major feuds back in the ring? This next one I'm more on the fence about because it includes a super over babyface as well in the name of Rusev. It's the Yes Movement versus Rusev Day, and while I don't actually want to see this match happen right now, I do want to see it happen down the line. I think if WWE gave Rusev an actual full 2 years as a face, giving him the proper push and giving Rusev Day the real momentum it deserves, Rusev turning heel against Daniel Bryan and having an epic feud into a WrestleMania or SummerSlam card, I think this would just set the house on fire and do really good things for both Rusev and Daniel Bryan. Rusev is also one of the most organically over stars in WWE right now, so this match would just be organic versus organic, literally. And if Kurt Angle was to have one last singles match in the WWE, there's no doubt in my mind that it has to be against Daniel Bryan. Angle has wrestled in multi-man matches multiple times in the past year, including filling in for Roman Reigns at TLC with the Shield reunion and wrestling on Team Raw for SummerSlam. So if WWE ever wanted to give him a proper one-on-one match, Daniel Bryan would be the person I think would be safest with Kurt Angle. I truly believe that Angle should actually retire facing Daniel Bryan. The two would be able to blow the roof off a roofless joint. Imagine this, the stage is set. WrestleMania 35, New York City, MetLife Stadium. Kurt Angle, Daniel Bryan, a 20-minute classic. A clinic. Angle would be able to hang his boots knowing that he faced one of the best wrestlers of this generation and being one of the best wrestlers of the last generation. I believe that this match would be phenomenal. And speaking of phenomenal. AJ Styles has been the placeholder for Daniel Bryan. I believe that WWE hired AJ Styles in effect to take the place of Daniel Bryan. These two could have a clinic in a WWE ring given the right amount of time, the right story, and the right stage. I mean, imagine if AJ Styles is able to hold on to the WWE Championship until next year's WrestleMania or even SummerSlam and have a nice long run with the title, and the two of them, AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan, just spend the next year, 6 months, or whatever it takes for them to really build up a really good, solid, competitive rivalry that doesn't necessarily involve one of them turning on one another. It's just to see who out of these two are the best in WWE today. I truly believe that this would sell out SummerSlam or WrestleMania on its own. If it's announced with enough time, I believe this match will sell out any show. I think Daniel Bryan needs a really good dance partner right out the gate to get him to the next season. And what better dance partner than the phenomenal AJ Styles? And this last one is last but not least, and this is actually probably the biggest name on the list. Not the biggest name, but probably the most anticipated name on the list. The Miz. The Miz spent his entire 2016 and early 2017 battling out with SmackDown general manager Daniel Bryan, so the fact that the two can now officially face off makes that whole situation kind of worth it. Actually, if they didn't even do the match between Daniel Bryan and The Miz, it would make the whole thing pointless and worthless, and making a lot of us wonder why in the hell did they even do it to begin with. I mean, to this day, The Miz still uses the yes kicks in his match. I mean, can you imagine The Miz versus Daniel Bryan, the two of them fighting for their stardom? Let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. Would love to see The Miz take on Daniel Bryan. Those are the few names that come to mind to me as dream opponents for Daniel Bryan in the WWE. Did I miss anybody? What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below who you think would be a great opponent for Daniel Bryan. Make sure to like this video and share it with your friends. Also, subscribe to this channel so we can make some very cool new videos. My name is Ruben Jay from MultiMediaMouth.com, and I will see you guys soon.